Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Julie. This channel's normally Slimming World What I Eat in a Days, but I also want to do some baking on it. I do charity hauls and various other things. I'm a mum with 3 grown-up children at home and a husband, so I'm baking some treats today for us all. I've got 2 recipes that I've printed off and I'm going to do them as 2 separate videos, so if you see one go up later in the week or next week and I'm wearing the same clothes, I'm not really dirty, I've just recorded them both in one go. Okay, so I'll just show you the ingredients I've got out now ready for my recipes. I've actually printed off 2 recipes off the internet this morning. One's for some triple chocolate cookies and one's for some Easter blondies. Now, I haven't quite got all the ingredients, but I have got very similar ingredients, so I'm going to give them a go. So I've got all my ingredients out, so there's corn flour, cocoa, baking powder, baking soda. Now, both recipes ask for granulated sugar and I haven't got a huge amount of granulated sugar left, so I've got caster sugar out and I'm going to have to make do with that. I've got soft brown sugar and I've got an extra bag of soft brown sugar, plain flour. A lot of them ask for butter and that's all the butter I've got left. That was actually at the back of the fridge left over from Christmas, believe it or not. So I'm going to be using the clover rather than butter. There's plain flour in there, eggs, various treats and some salt and some vanilla extract and some more chocolate. I've got my glasses on so I can see my recipe, but I always have quite a well-stocked baking cupboard and baking drawer because we do quite a lot of baking in our house. So this isn't stuff I've gone out and bought specifically for doing these recipes. This is stuff that I already had at home, and I'm thinking that maybe you're the same. You might already have flour and butter and things in, and that you'll be able to do something similar and just make it up really if you haven't. Anyway, I'm going to get stuck in now. I'm going to film it. I might do some of it with music in the background and just put it on a bit of a quicker speed to get through it. I don't know yet. I'm going to see what happens when I start to film it because I've not really done one of these before. So yeah, I'm going to jump in and get started. I've got the camera positioned on top of a pile of placemats off the table and a cracker tub. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to see some of what I'm doing. You might not be able to see my head as I move forward and start cooking, but I'm hoping you'll be able to see what's on the table instead. We'll give it a go. If you don't like it, then I'm sorry, but you know, I'm not a professional at these things by any means. I'm a mum. Anyway, I'm going to have a go at doing the triple chocolate chip crinkle cookies first. And according to the recipe, the preparation time is 10 minutes, the cook time is 12 minutes, so it's a total of 22 minutes. So it certainly means we'll get the snacks out pretty quick. The next recipe is a bit longer. I think it's 35 minutes prep time, 25 minutes cooking, and then 2 hours cooling, so it's 3-hour wait. So I think I'm going to do this one first, and then I'll do these ones straight after, and obviously I'll put them on a separate video for you. Right, okay, so first things first, preheat the oven to 180 degrees, so I'm going to do that. Line 2 4 baking trays, okay? And line 2 4 baking trays with parchment paper. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, 2 to 4 baking trays. I'm just being thick today. Line 2 to 4 baking trays with parchment paper. Mine are quite large trays and make sure the cookies don't touch. Right, okay. I've actually got a tray in the oven already. So I need to parchment paper. Do you want to go outside, Luna? Want to go outside? Come on, here. I'll open the door for you. There you go. Sorry, doggies need to go outside. Sorry if you can hear the wind, but the weather's completely changed today. It's really windy out there. Right, trays are lined. Mix the butter and sugars until light and fluffy. I might get my K-mix for that. That might help. So let me make some room and I'll get my K-mix over. I'm not sure if I've got a lead long enough for you to reach for this, but we'll give it a go. This is quite heavy, so obviously if you haven't got a K-mix you'll have to do yours by hand, but I'm lucky that I have. Just trying to decide where to do this so you'll be able to see. I might have to move the camera. Okay, I've moved you back over to where the K-mix originally was. There's a plug socket down here, so it's just easier. So I'm just hoping you can see what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm just going to give this a quick wipe out. It has got a lid on it, so it's always covered. I only washed it the other day, but I'm just going to give it a quick wipe just to be on the safe side. Sorry if you can hear Luna barking in the background, but she's got a treat and she just likes to jump around after them and pretend she's catching them before she eats them. I don't quite know why. I don't know if that's a Jack Chi thing or what, but it's just what she does. So it says mix together the butter and both sugars until light and fluffy. Using electric mixer is far easier because this gets the very fluffy and perfect. So it's 125 grams of butter, 100 grams of light brown sugar and 100 grams of white granulated. So, I need to get my weighing scales out. I think I might use this attachment, which is the K attachment, just because if the butter's a little bit hard, because I'm going to use the rest of the Lurpak, then at least it'll be able to mix it up. Whereas if I use the softer one, I'm just worried it might end up ripping it, so I'm going to leave it at that. There isn't much butter here at all, so I don't think I've got enough, but I'm just going to use a lid to weigh on. It's 36 grams of that. We need another 90 grams. These scales are so annoying. I'm sure they don't measure right half the time. $125, bang on. Leave that out because I think I'll be using it again for the blondies anyway. So chuck that in there. And next it's the sugars. I'm going to mix these in a bigger bowl because if there's 200 grams of sugar, zero it. So I need 100 grams of the white sugar. Oh, that's over. Came out of one big lump. Grams. Oh, it's gone back down again now. It's 92. Right, now it says 100 grams. honestly, these weighing scales are just awful. Do not buy them if you have the chance, because they are the worst thing ever. It's now saying 75 grams, and yet I have weighed it out, so I'm sure it's right. Right, try again. It says 93, so it's just under. I'm just going to put extra brown in, so it'll work itself out, won't it? These containers are airproof, but they're not as good as the other containers, so because it's soft brown sugar, it does get quite clumpy when it's in here. So we'll see how that comes out. Okay. Seems like a lot more brown sugar than white sugar. Okay. I'm going to switch to my other blade because it looks like it's only mixing. Oh, you're a little bit crooked. Just bear with me a sec. I'm going to swap to my other blade because it's a bit softer, so it should touch the edges of the bowl, whereas this one seems to only be skimming the top. Oops. That's better. Next I'm going to add in the teaspoon of vanilla. There isn't much left in that one. I'll show you. There's a tiny bit left in that one. And the egg. So it's 25 grams of cocoa powder. Half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. And that's done. So it says mix in the cocoa powder, flour, bicarb, baking powder and salt. So it's half a teaspoon of bicarb. That one. And it's half a teaspoon of baking powder. And it's half a teaspoon of salt. And then it's 225 grams of flour. So I'm going to zero that. I don't think I've got that in here. I might have to get the other bag out. It says 232. Oh, that'll do. It said 224 a minute ago. Now it's on 232. I'm actually going to put this in the wash before I refill it with the next bag. So it says mix in until a thick paste or cookie dough is formed. It doesn't say fold in. It just says mix. So I think I'm okay just to chuck it in like it is. I've actually got some Malteser buttons. I think I'm going to put those in. I've got a small handful of Milky Way buttons. I'm going to put those in and see what they weigh. And then I've got some chocolate I'm going to just chop up and chuck in. So as long as I get 300 grams of chocolate, I'm not bothered. Right, so that's 39 grams. This is a 93 gram bag, so almost 100 grams. I've got some dark chocolate. This is 100 grams, so I'm going to chuck all of this in. Just going to quickly chop it up. I might actually just leave it at that. I think there'll be enough chocolate in there. I'm just going to go wash my hands because I'm covered in chocolate. Just going to see what else I've got in the fridge chocolate wise. I've got some of these. I might chuck some of these in. Just get rid of that. Try and show you inside now. So there is a little bit of it that isn't mixed. It's quite a stiff mixture actually. It's a very stiff mixture. Right, okay, I'm going to portion it out now. So now she recommends using a scoop, and I think I have got an ice cream scoop somewhere. In this drawer maybe? Oh, there it is. So, I don't know how big these are going to become. I don't want to put too many on. That looks like chocolate ice cream. 10 to 12 minutes. It says a minute or so less will be gooey, a minute or two more will be crunchy. So I think I'll go for 11 minutes. Hey Google, set a timer for 11 minutes.
Alright, 11 minutes. Starting now.
Hey Google, stop. Oh, I haven't spoken to you. I think she said if they're too dome-like, if you bang them, they flatten a little bit. And I think I'm supposed to leave it on these to cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and drag them over to my tray so I can reuse my tray straight away rather than wait to put some more in. I might try and shove them off because I want to reuse the paper. I mean, I know it's bad, but I just want to reuse the paper. I don't want to have to get my paper out. I know it's bad, but I'll see if I can fit more on this tray. So there was an American lady once that I went to this outdoor cinema with, and she said that you always sprinkle a bit of salt on the outside and it helps to bring the flavour of the cookie out. And I didn't do it with the first batch, but I'm going to try it with this one and see what difference, and see if anyone notices a difference when they're eating them. Hey Google, set a timer for 11 minutes.
Sure, 11 minutes. Starting now.
I think actually a minute less would have been quite useful. Let me just show you. So these are the cookies when they come out. They haven't spread particularly well, so I'm wondering if it's the difference between the granulated sugar and the caster sugar, because they are still quite thick and chunky. And you can see the Karamak, because the Karamak doesn't melt like, or the white chocolate buttons, they don't melt like normal chocolate. But we'll do a taste test when they've cooled down a little bit and when we've got the other batch out. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. And that's the last batch. Oh, look at that. A runny bit of white chocolate or caramel oozing out the sides. Yeah, they don't melt very well, look. They all have like bubbles on top. I'm sure they'll taste nice though. So yeah, that's those all done. So I thought I'd get some footage of someone trying them since I don't want to eat one. Yum, 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 yum.
A little bit crunchy.
Are they?
Soft in the middle, crunchy on the outside. It was quite nice.
I enjoyed that though. I like my cookies like
Chocolate as well.
There's 2 or 3 different types of chocolate and caramel in there.
that. Damn nice.
Nice.
What was that? Picking at your teeth like it's...
Oh, chocolate on my tongue.
You're losing your dentures.
Chocolate.
Nice. You're not having another one. That's it. One a day. We're rations, remember?
He hasn't even finished that one.
You was walking around like Hugh Hefner in a dressing gown, so I couldn't film him. Chloe says she looks a mess, so she won't be filmed, so you're the guinea pig, I'm afraid.
Very good.
Don't move any further forward, otherwise you get extreme close up. Okay, thank you. Hi, this is Julie from the future. I'm just sitting editing this video and realised that I never actually filmed an ending for it. I think it's because I was going straight back in to do the next recipe. So yeah, I got some really good feedback. I didn't actually have one of these cookies in the end. I decided I wanted to save myself one of the blondies. Triple chocolate cookies aren't really my thing, so but the blondies definitely were. So all the feedback I had was good from Eddie and the kids, and they all went within about a day, so they must have been okay. I would definitely make the recipe again. I think next time I'd probably leave them in the oven for probably 1 minute less, so they're a bit more chewy rather than crunchy. But yeah, they're a big hit. Give them a go and let me know. I'll put a link to the recipe in the description. So if you have a go, let me know. Bye.